Come on, dude. Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to One Track Mind. We're making our way through the list. We're on to my top 3 of 2023, and the remaining lines on this list are sporty, to say the least. Today's episode comes from a line that's deep in the Nevada backcountry, and when I say deep, I'm talking about a long drive into the middle of the desert, followed by a multi-day traverse to even get into the basin where this line is located. It's no exaggeration when I say this is one of the sickest freeride zones I've ever seen. But before we get into that, let's start the story from the beginning.
I think we're a total junk show, but it's all right. Kind of used to that by now. So, putting stuff in, taking stuff out, putting stuff back in, take it back out.
Just more danglies, dude. It's the key to success out here. How do I look?
I feel like you may have taken the dangler thing a little too far. We are styled and dialed.
We were in Great Basin National Park filming for the Mountain State project. We started the trip with our biggest and most dominant objective, Wheeler Peak. It was a slog of an approach, but random glimpses of Wheeler fueled our excitement and motivation.
How's it looking, boys?
Looks really far away still, but it's exciting. This is our first view on it, so.
That first night, we were all completely worked and ready for some
It's a
rest.
slog. But there's some insane looking stuff up there.
The next day was a quick but amazing approach into the Wheeler Basin. Our route led us through an ancient forest of bristlecone pines. These trees are said to be some of the oldest in the world, ranging between 3,000 to 5,000 years old. Now that's pretty cool. And then we entered into the Wheeler Cirque. Standing amongst those giants was nothing short of mind-blowing.
Yes, boys.
Fired up.
My man.
Let's do this thing.
We were all eager and excited to get into it. There was this prominent couloir off the ridge that looked epic. It was our obvious answer for the day. We were able to tour a good ways up the mountain before switching over to boot pack. As soon as we got into the steeps, it quickly turned to ice though. It was actually pretty fun and really efficient hiking.
Ooh, buddy. Woo. Nice work.
Holy shit!
I was slightly intimidated when we clicked into our skis and looked down into the boilerplate entrance.
I'm nervous, dude. Be safe, buddy.
You too, dog.
Nice and easy here.
Oh, I forgot to drop in. Once I began making turns, I was right at home and just kept it slow and in control. Trevor made his way down to me, and the scary part of the line was over. I think we were both a little relieved.
Yes, buddy. Nice work. Whew.
Nice.
That's intense.
That was fun. All right, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, rip it up.
Fuck yeah, have some fun in this.
Yeah, dude.
You.
Nice, Trev.
Phew! The remainder of the line was mostly soft, so it was time to open it up and let them run. We couldn't have really had a more epic start to the trip.
Fuck yeah, brother. Nice work.
That was very sick.
Woo!
Fuck yeah, dude.
The next day, we were on the move and headed for our next camp. We stumbled upon this beautiful face where Trev and I got to ski some sick lines. I told this story back in episode 1, so catch up there if needed.
Come on.
For the rest of us, let's move on to where that episode left off. Bring in all of our gear so we can camp at this zone for a couple days. And it's freaking mental. Check this place out. The team was buzzing after such an epic day, and the anticipation of this new zone had me over the top. If I wasn't completely exhausted, I'm not sure I would have even slept that night. We woke with the sunrise, eager to dive into this face and rip lines. Unfortunately for us, the sun had already left its mark on this face. We got probably about 6 inches of fresh snow, and it's springtime. It's super hot. This face that we hiked 6 hours to get into is insane. It's so sick. But the whole thing's rollerballing and falling apart. So unfortunately, when the mountains are talking, you gotta listen. So we will not be skiing any of these lines. However, we've got this north facing stuff that's still holding. We got a couple hours to get on this before the sun does damage, and yeah, it looks fun. As we had coffee at camp that morning, there was a line that immediately stood out to me, and Trev had his eye on something too. So up the hill we went. It was a quick tour from camp to the top of this face, and before I knew it, I found myself on top of my line. This first line of the day is actually my pick for my third favorite line of 2023.
Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's start with Hazen's angle first. This entrance there, what a beauty. The high-speed turn off this next one. Whew. Yep, safe to say, I love that line. Okay, now from my point of view. It's always a little nerve-wracking to start a line with a drop when you have no idea what the landing conditions are going to be. This one was firmer than I expected, and I had to react quick to line up this second air into the pocket.
Woo! And right back to camp.
All right, let's take a look at Trevor's line now. I love his POV on this one. This techie little entrance with the slough and all the cliffs. Yeah, this line is sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That looked epic.
Woo! That was fun, dude.
Nice work.
There was another line on this face calling to me, which had me running back to the top in no time. No skins needed. After a minor struggle, I found myself up top and ready to drop in again. This line is steep, exposed, and had a nasty little crux move. Things speed up in a hurry on this one.
Woo! That was an aggressive line.
Trevor and I went on to ski more lines that day, and also skied a whole nother day in the park. Who knows? Maybe we'll get into that on another episode. But for now, that's a wrap on my number 3 for 23. It's been a dream of mine to ski in Great Basin National Park for over a decade now. Honestly, I never could have guessed how epic the terrain is there though. Piecing this episode together and reliving some of these moments had me riding on a high. One that I can only get by exploring mountains and adventuring with my homies. And on that sentimental note, I'm out. I'll see you guys next week as we jump back into the list for one of my gnarliest moments of the winter.